Let's see. Hey, Lissay. All right, let's see if we can get this live back going. We're having some technical difficulties. She's in California. It's storming out there, and I'm in Virginia, and it's raining cats and dogs. So we're going to try to see if we can't get this live back going. Hey, sis, how are you? All right, let me see. Let me get her back. There. Cancel. All right, let's try it again. Okay. She joined. All right, let's see. Fingers crossed. All right, hold on. Okay, I see her.
All right.
Okay, take two.
Right. Oh my goodness. 1 second. Like,
Mother Nature will not defeat us. And you are absolutely right. Mother Nature is not going to defeat us today.
hey.
We are doing this live. It is happening, whether or not whether.
Right.
Somebody put in the comments, Mother Nature will not defeat us, LOL. That is absolutely right.
Oh my gosh. It's always something.
It is, and it's so sad because all we want to do is just promote business, our businesses. And I just, my whole point is for everybody to know about you guys, I want all y'all to be household names, I want everybody to know all about our amazing businesses. So Instagram, get it together.
Yes, please. Please.
Okay, now you are much clearer now, and because a minute ago it was like I couldn't even see your face. It was just completely foggy. So now I can see you. I hear you clearly. So while we have that, let's jump into questions before we lose it. So you guys, this is Miss Savannah. And Miss Savannah owns a business, and it is Barefaced Beauty 101.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is the name of her business. She's out in, well, it would usually be sunny California, but today it's storming, so she's out in California. But so when did you, because we're going to kind of start over because that one was kind of choppy. So when did you start your business, and what made you come up with this business?
I started, I built the entity first. So I got my LLC and everything like that, but I always kept a part-time job. So while I was working, I was actually building the business. I officially started about the end of 2019. Yeah.
Okay. And what made you decide to start this particular business?
I mean, I was kind of bored in the dental field, honestly, and I always had pretty good skin, and my father taught me all these beauty practices, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm into this, but I also still like dentistry, so I want to get into aesthetics and herbal remedies, and just basically based on my lifestyle.
Gotcha. Now, what all does your business entail? So what all do you offer within your business?
Okay, so I offer services, and I also offer products. I have 2 product lines. One is our face argan line, and that is for the women. And then I have our Bareface Kings line, which is for the men. And it's just 2 organic skincare lines. I also have a brush that I created. And yeah, so, just to, basically give them everything that they need to have a self-care morning and evening routine. Yeah, and then as far as services go, I offer a lot of services, but I'll just go over a few of them. I do offer
Okay.
the teeth gems and teeth whitening, and I also do impressions, like for people who want gold teeth and things like that. So,
Okay.
and I also offer body contouring, and I'm most popular for my facials because I have a certain way that I do things and people really like it, and I love offering that service as well.
Now, what are the benefits for like facials? What, tell people some of the benefits for, for coming to a spa, so to speak, because you sound like a one-stop shop almost. So it's like people could spend all day with you because if they're doing, several different services, but for like facials, what are the perks of a facial?
So for me, I like to explain it as almost like a workout for your face. There's muscles in our face that need attention, so I do a lot of facial massage throughout the procedures. And then I also have a radio frequency that I use for anti-aging. So a lot of the methods that I do in the facials are non-invasive but very effective and noticeably different right after. And just as far as just a relaxation thing as well, I know society is really hectic right now, but if you can afford to put some, some time to the side and go ahead and, practice self-care. I'm great at customizing self-care programs for people. Facials as well help with people who do wear makeup. So if you do wear makeup, especially the everyday makeup users, it's really hard to clean deep into the dermis. And when you're just pounding and packing and beating your face, as they say, that stuff is going to age you because a lot of the chemicals inside of the makeup is what causes accelerated aging. So if you're doing that on a daily basis and not taking it off correctly and not practicing your skincare routine at home, staying out the sun, getting facials, you're going to age faster. So it's more so an anti-aging, a self-care treatment. And because it's your face, it's the first thing that people see when they meet you. So, I can tell a lot by, a person's face if they've been sleeping, if they smoke, if their skin is puffy, like what's going on. I had clients with lesions and different things like that. And it ended up being non-cancerous, but sometimes you need a professional look to assess your skin, especially if you've never had one before. It's definitely beneficial to go, I would say every 2 to 3 months and go and just, take care of yourself.
Now, how important is self-care for individuals?
Self-care is number one because just consider someone who is trying to obtain a wealthy lifestyle, a health, you got to be healthy as well because a lot of people, they get older and they get sick as well. But just because you get older doesn't mean that you have to get sick. So, prioritizing your health and your self-care. Self-care is being intentional about what we eat. Self-care being intentional about what we drink. Creating balance in our lives. Who our partner is. What we accept to deal with. All of that, going to the gym, praying, meditating, fasting. So it's all a part of self-care, and a lot of people neglect that part of their life because we're in a rat race, so to speak. We're always trying to get to the next, bag or, whatever, but we're neglecting our mental and physical health. And the two are like a puzzle. You know, you can't
Right.
really have one without the other.
Now, what, now you've been doing this since what? You said 2019, right? You started your business.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been in it for a little bit.
Right.
So you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly with, you know, getting into this type of field. What has been your biggest challenge?
I will say the pandemic. You know, the pandemic really shifted a lot of our thinking, but for me, it made me realize that, okay, I have a beauty business, but I need to figure out other ways to make income without necessarily dealing physically with people. Um,
Right.
and I know that there are a lot of other business owners on here, and they probably, you know, felt the same way. But
Yeah.
no, it's like in this world with all, it's like a lot of AI technology now, and it's just a changing world. And you know, the pandemic was really hard for my business because I started off at New Park Mall, and then I had moved my location in February, and then they said, "Oh, we can't touch nobody, we can't do anything." So
Right.
still paying rent at that location, and I couldn't see anybody. So I was losing
Right.
money, and then I didn't want to give up the location because I didn't know when the pandemic was going to be over.
Right.
So that was really hard financially, and just not knowing what step to take next because you can't move until they basically tell you. So I would say just being able to create multiple streams of income online was really a challenge for me during that time, and just, you know, focusing on what I could do for my business.
Yeah. I totally get the not wanting to give up your space because,
Yeah.
you know, it's hard enough trying to get into a brick and mortar. And then when you get in there, you're not trying to give it up. So I definitely understand that. Now, what has been your favorite part of your business?
My favorite is just meeting different people, talking to different people like you, you know, collaborating, doing some.
How important is that? Collaborating. How important is that?
Collaborating is a huge thing, and if you are not a people person, I would say hire somebody to do that for you, or just don't present yourself, because if you gotta like people to be in most industries. So
Yeah.
you know, just it's so important to build relationships with people, and to you know, stand on your word, know how to communicate, and because things happen, you know, and we're working with all these different personalities. So I would say collaborating and standing on your word, and you know, delivering what you say you're going to deliver. So that's huge in business, and I really like that part of business because I've met so many wonderful people, and people all around the world. So I'm just hoping to keep, you know, be able to continue to do that.
Now, I just lost my whole train of thought. Tagged on it. So I have my question ready too, girl.
Okay.
So now you do have a brick and mortar. Do you still have your brick and mortar?
Yes. So what I did was, after that, I transformed my in-law house into my spa studio space. So that's what I'm at right now.
I love it.
So it is pretty.
So that's convenient.
It's very convenient. It's very convenient, and it was like the best thing that could have happened out of this, because literally the space at the mall that I had was probably a little bit smaller than this. So I know you guys see like salon suites and all those, franchises,
Mm-hmm.
most of them aren't even like 600 square feet. So
Right.
it's been really good for me to kind of be able to have the space and opportunity to shift my thinking, and then also not be paying so much for extra rent, because I live in California, okay? It's nothing.
Yeah, because California's not cheap. I don't care where you live in California, it ain't cheap. And it's always good when you can work from home.
Yeah.
And just if you're running late for work, it's okay because it's just literally in the next room or in the garage or something.
Right.
So it definitely cuts down on expenses. As far as brick and mortar overhead, say at the mall or in a shopping center. I know that had to have been a huge relief. So the pandemic, although it was a pain in the butt at first, you shifted and it worked out because now you turned the mother-in-law suite into your spa.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that is super, super, super cool. Now, how often do you recommend that people use spa services?
It just really depends on the treatment and the person's lifestyle. So if you know that you are a model per se, or someone who's always doing like live events and different things like that. So image is more important to you because that's something that you're selling more so, right? But if it's someone who works behind the desk and, they're not all selfies and all that stuff all the time, then I would say, every 6 to 8 weeks. But I have clients who do come every 3 weeks. They may come for different, different procedures. Waxing, they may come for just whatever they want, because they some people live like that.
So you do waxing as well?
Yeah, but I don't emphasize waxing a lot. I will do it, but I really want more women to start focusing on facials and their self-care. I do the yoni steaming. I'm sitting on the stool right now, guys, but not.
But you're not doing the steam. I did one a couple of years ago, and I was live through the whole process. I went live in the lady's business. It was an experience. I had never, I had my camera set up just like this, and I had my robe on, and I was, sitting on the steamer, and I'm talking and doing a live on the steamer. And my kids were like, Mom. I was like, hey, it's promoting your business. No better way to promote it than to go in there and do it. So it was an experience, but just the whole atmosphere was super cool. Aside from the yoni steam, but just the atmosphere of the ambiance of the relaxing room.
Right.
That right there meant more to me than the yoni steam, because I'm not used to relaxing. Right. And I was the only person in there, so it was super, super cool. I mean, 10 other people could have been in there, but I was the only person. She cut the lights down. She had the relaxing music going, and it was just an amazing experience to be able to just sit in there and relax. Because she ended up making me cut the live off. She said, okay, you're going to be in here for 45 minutes. She said, you're not going to be on that live. I want you to relax, Sandra. So she made me cut the live off, and then I ended up falling asleep. She had to come in and wake me up. Oh. I was sitting there with my head down, and I had fell asleep. So I'm thankful for what you guys do, because you're needed. We don't utilize. And when I talk, I'm also, chastising myself because we don't utilize self-care enough. We don't. And it wasn't until I got really, really sick 10 months ago that, the doctor forced me You know, Sunday is my self-care day, and the doctor has told me I can't do anything on Sundays. And it's still hard. It's still hard not to want to do stuff. Okay, let me see. Nothing more supportive than going live while getting your pocketbook served. I love it. Oh my God, I love it. That was cute. Oh, that just made my day. Look, a lot of people was on that line too. I was like, where did all of y'all come from? Why is there so many people on here today? It was a cool experience, though. It was a cool experience. And I just think you guys that are out here with the spas, man, I really do. Now, let me ask you this. So for anybody that, say there's somebody watching either now or later, because, you know, this live will be on my page forever. For anybody that may look at this live that, you know, has heard you talking about the different things you offer, and they're like, dag, I might want to do that. What, now that you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know, what would be some of your recommendations for somebody watching that, you know, a light bulb may have just went off and they're like, gosh, I think I might want to do that. Now that you've been in it for a minute and you've seen the process, what is some of the advice you would give people, things that you've learned along the way?
I would say tap into your business and build relationships with other people in your industry who don't feel threatened by you and they want to support you. That's a major thing, because I have people, you know, who, you know, I teach this class, they might go and they might know me. They might go to Tom and Hank to go and get that same course, and I may offer more value, but they may not feel comfortable coming to me because we're in the same neighborhood, where they feel like I may be some type of competition. But just, you know, being transparent. Hey, I like what you're doing. Can you tell me more about it? I know you have experience in this field. You know, how can we work together? And that's when you really become a powerful business person, because
Yes.
in business, you understand that there's room for everybody. And if I have experience and I'm teaching these skills, then I'm your girl. And if you know, open up to me or you reach out to me and I'm receptive to you and we're, you know, talking, that you shouldn't feel threatened in any type of way.
Right.
And I don't know if it's just certain types of communities who feel this type of way, but, you know, just be open and don't try to, like, make these things up in your head, like, oh, she's not gonna, or he's not gonna, you know, because he fixed his car and he wrapped them, now I can't do it. No, I can't help everybody. So, you know, that's
right.
just the circle of life. Building relationships is the number one thing in business. It's not really even your product or service. It's building business, the relationships with people who are in places who you want to be like or become better than, because that's the best compliment. I taught a girl teeth whitening in Hawaii, and now she has her own business and is flourishing, you know, and so she.
Congratulations. Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. You know, and it's just being able to open up the doors and, like, shift your mindset. If you are in business, you have to have a open mindset, and you also have to be diligent, and you have to make sure that you're working with good people and they have reviews and they have you know, credibility, because it's a lot of scammers out here too. So, you know, just don't be naive, but, you know,
a lot.
Yeah. You know, just be open and receptive to building these relationships.
Absolutely. Now, what kind of classes would somebody have to take to be able to open up a spa like you have? What kind of credentials do they need to acquire?
So it just depends on what type of spa that they have. So as an owner, you technically don't need any credentials. You can hire people to do different things that you want done inside of your business because you're the CEO.
Right.
But if you want to physically offer the services like me, I'm an RDA, so I had to go through the dental board and do different things like that to offer certain things that I do for my clients. But as far as the teeth whitening, I do have a certificate program for, the average person to offer those types of services as well as the teeth gems. So it just depends on what you want to do, and you also need to check with your particular state.
Okay. So every state has different requirements.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Now, prior to the pandemic, and even, I guess we're not out of it, but things have opened up a little more now. Have you done like vending events where you go out and vend? Are you kind of able to do things like that?
So, I did have my sister doing the vending aspect of the business, and I would go out sometimes as well, but it's a hit or miss with these vending opportunities because you must make sure that whoever is hosting the vending, they're actually marketing the event the right way so that it's beneficial for their vendors to come in and do
right.
it. If not, then you could be wasting money by wasting money and time by doing the vending events if it's not, building any traffic for your business. So
right.
that's something that slowed me down as far as vending because I started to, understand how it works, knowing that there are certain vending events that are more beneficial than others. So I would say be really selective with that and make sure that whoever is hosting these events are actually, you should be seeing the event everywhere if you're going to vend there, So, yeah, the vending, we slowed down on that.
Yeah, I can see that. Some people do a lot of promoting. I've seen with different expos and things like that. And then some people, they don't really promote at all.
Right.
And then I've also seen where the person throwing it will do all kinds of promoting, but then the vendors that are going to be there won't even promote the event. And I'm like, what are you doing? Right. If you are going to be in the building, you need to be promoting the event, So I've seen it all across the board, with people not promoting, then people promoting, and it's a lot. A lot comes into play when you do an expo type of thing. But I know, like Atlanta, I think it's Atlanta. They do it's either Atlanta, it might be Atlanta and New York, but they do a huge beauty expo for like the whole weekend, and just massive amounts of people are there. And it's like super, super cool. I've never been, I just see the videos, but it's super cool when the Black-owned businesses just come together and don't do the crabs in the barrel mentality, but actually come together, and support each other and promote each other. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. Yeah. And I wish we did more of it within our community.
Sure.
So, okay, let me see. Okay, we talked about that. Okay, so where are all the different places that people can find you? What are all of your social media pages? If you have a YouTube channel, where are all the places your business is located?
I tried to make sure that I hit every social media channel that I could. I just restarted my Bareface Beauty on TikTok, Twitter, on Instagram, obviously, Facebook,
Facebook,
and LinkedIn. So in my bio you can see, and then I also have the website. With me, I'm what's called a multi-hyphenated entrepreneur. So I also teach CPR, and then I have a photo booth business as well that I rent out. Because
awesome.
We live in California, so
hey, California is expensive. You gotta do what you gotta do, girl.
Yeah. So
you got to have almost 7 to 10 streams of income to live in California.
And try not to go crazy and work out and eat organic, right? It's just like it's a lot. It's a lot. But that's why I say relationships and teams, and because I'm not the only one. There's people doing more than me and less than that want to learn more. So that's why I said the relationships are very important, because otherwise you're gonna go crazy, Yeah. So those are the places where everybody can find me and see what I got going on, where we gonna be at, events we're gonna have. And I try to update.
Now, do you said you teach classes? What classes do you teach?
So I teach a yoni theming course for other people who would like to become facilitators. I also teach teeth gems, and I also teach the teeth whitening at this moment. So yeah, and how to do
the CPR.
Huh?
And the CPR?
And the CPR. See, look at that.
Look, girl, we got to put it all out there. Don't leave nothing.
Right. I know when
I love it.
That scare on the court, I'm like, man, so many people need to be CPR certified, and they just think it's the medical people and the dental people need to know. Everybody, because you never know, and so many people have died of heart disease, heart attacks, especially since the pandemic. The numbers have skyrocketed. So, and the courses aren't expensive, and it's something that you have for 2 years, from a one course. It saves someone's life.
Yeah, I have a buddy of mine, and he does a whole weekend, and it's called Can I Live? And it teaches first aid, CPR, all the tourniquet stuff. It teaches everything you need to know to save somebody's life. And the reason he started it was because he said so many people die in the ambulance on the way to the hospital because the people that were on the scene, the bystanders that stopped, didn't know CPR or didn't know how to stop the bleeding. Right. So many people unfortunately die on their way to the hospital. And that's why he started that course, because he said he wanted everybody, to have that skill set, because you never know when you're going to need it. And he said he would rather our community roll up on a scene and be able to assist than to stand there and feel helpless and not know what to do. Right. So, he was like, those few minutes can be the difference between life or death for whoever has been hurt. So I thought that was super, super cool. So kudos to you for teaching first aid, because that is definitely something that everybody should take that class.
Right.
And learn stuff. Because even at home, if a fire breaks out, or somebody is going into cardiac arrest, it's going to take the ambulance a few minutes to get there. So if we know a little bit, I know from when I was a lifeguard, but our community as a whole, if we learn those skills, we could help save, somebody in our family or a total stranger.
Yeah,
But it keeps them alive. So
definitely.
kudos to you
Thank
for doing that. I think that's absolutely amazing, and I'm so glad that you teach first aid. That's awesome.
Thank you. And yeah, I started that actually after my father. I had to give him CPR. He passed away from cancer, but on his last day, it's kind of really hard. I took her off, and she had no idea what to do. My mother had no idea what to do, and I had been taking CPR since I was 15 years old. So, being able to even give him that little bit of extra time until the responders came did help him to, have last words with us and different things like that. So, CPR, I teach through the American Heart Association, and I really value that aspect of one of the branches of things that I teach. Passionate about it, and I feel like everybody could benefit from it, and they should definitely take a part, regardless if it's with me or whoever. Just be ready, because you may be in a situation where you're needed and you're like, so definitely worth it.
Well, I am super, super proud of you for doing the first aid stuff. I think that is super, super cool. It's needed. So thank you for doing that, because our community needs to know things like that, just, to save us and to save somebody else. If you had the ability, oh no, she's cutting out again. Let me see. I don't want to lose you. We're so close. Okay. Let me see. It's kind of like I got this ring on your face and I'm like, please don't let it kick her out. So if you had the ability, let me see. Hold on. Because it's still not. All right. So, okay, now you're getting clearer again. It's probably the weather. But if you had the opportunity to speak to your younger self today, what would you tell her?
I would say stay focused and travel. Don't have no kids yet. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, we both on that page.
But yeah, I would say just stay focused, because a lot of times, and I'm just gonna speak for myself, like as a young woman, I'm not gonna put out any false statistics, but I'm a Black woman raised by a two-parent household, so my experience is a little bit different than what's out here today, and having the opportunity or the blessing to be raised by a two-parent household and showing that, love is needed, and this is how we work through our problems, and this is how we pay bills together and we shop together, and basically just knowing that a relationship is a partnership. It's also a business. It's a legacy builder, and it's not something that I'm enemy, you're enemy, and we're butting heads. And so having that example in front of me made me make certain choices that have helped to shape my mindset for who I am today, and learning how to prioritize my career, my health, my mindset, all of those things. So that's what I would have just basically kept at the forefront of my whole journey as a younger woman. you know, stay focused and remember who you are, your values and your ethics. And that's really what's going to set the tone for the future and who you're going to be. So, yeah, that's
Those are wise words. Wise words, especially on the children part. Not so early. Now, what kind of advice do you have for somebody that wants to start a business right now? Not specifically your business, your type of business, but just a business in general. What kind of advice do you have for future business owners, or maybe some businesses that are kind of on the fence right now? Do I want to keep going? Do I want to cut my losses? You know, what kind of advice do you have for business owners right now?
So for people who want to start a business, I feel like it's necessary. You really don't have any other choice but to do that because, for one, you know, the tax write-offs. For two, something that you can leave to your family is working for yourself, having more control over your stream of income, creating more opportunities for yourself, and learning a different way of understanding money and income. Because with being a business owner, you trade your knowledge more so, your knowledge and your skills for money, right? But when you are working for someone else, you're trading your time for money. And usually it's a set amount of time within, let's say, that hour that you know you're going to make. So it's definitely necessary to understand how money works, and that will shift what you do with your time. So I feel that everyone should own some type of business, and like I was saying earlier about using my work skills to transfer over into my business. That is what, you know, people have so many skills out here and they're using it for their employer, and they could be doing that same thing or something similar online to generate more income for their family. Also, if you are going to be in business, hire a tax professional, a CPA, or, you know, invest in that, because the more money you make, the more problems you have. I know it's a song, I forgot problems, but it's true, you know. You know, the IRS, they gonna be at your door. They came for me. They came for other business friends. So
I'm dealing with that mess right now.
Right. And it's like the more money you get, they're gonna be like, remember back in 1996 when you did this and that? Like, no, I don't remember that. Like, it has to be a statute of limitation because it's too much. But yeah. And that if you,
yeah, IRS gonna get their money by any means necessary.
and even if
they don't care if they leave us broke or not.
They don't. And they gonna get it, and yeah, you're gonna be stressed out. So hire those professionals who can help you to orchestrate the parts of your business that you may not understand. Because a lot of business owners are the creatives in their business, but they're trying to be the tax professionals, trying to wear all these different hats when their main thing is the creative part. Like, you know, for instance, a braid or a nail tech for somebody, you know, maybe they don't have the educational background to do certain different things in their business. So you hire out and you can still be successful, and it's not taken from you. When you are able to give someone else a job that's going to help your business, it's worth it. And like I said,
absolutely,
relationships. Because that's important. Like I'm telling you, trying to, okay, yay, I'm trying to get all this, build all these businesses, but the IRS, they want their cut too. So don't just blindly go into it thinking that, oh, I'm getting all this money. Not like how they don't have now, all the you're going to everything. Just make sure that you basis.
Absolutely. And make sure, please, I can't stress this enough because I'm going through it right now. Please make sure that you do your due diligence and your homework before you hire said tax professional. And make sure that they're not scammers.
Right.
And that they're going to legit do your taxes correctly, because that's what I'm dealing with right now. I normally do my own taxes, and I have done my taxes and my kids' taxes since I was a kid. But I got sick, so I got behind on my taxes. I outsourced my taxes to a company who frauded IRS on my behalf. And so now I'm dealing with a cleanup team to clean up my taxes, because this person put that I made $147,000 in railroad pension that I didn't make. So now I have a team of people that I'm now having to pay so they can clean up the mess. So when you are looking for a CPA, a lawyer, tax services, please do your due diligence, and I can't express this enough. Do your due diligence and research that company before you actually start using them. The young girl I dealt with the taxes, I knew her personally, but the company that she was working for is who turned out to be frauds.
Oh, yeah.
So the man told me that this is a huge scam. I'm not the only one caught up in it, but he was like, these tax professionals out here, he said, Sandra, this is a $1 billion scheme. He said, they've been doing this for years, you know. And I'm just like, yeah, but I'm left holding the bag, you know. I have to prove to IRS that they scammed me, you know, and it's a big mess. So please, you guys, do your due diligence when you decide you want to partner with somebody, and your brand is involved, whether you're partnering with them or you're going to be at their expo, or maybe they're going to do your taxes, or it doesn't matter what it is, but always please do your due diligence and research people before you do stuff with them. And if I wasn't sick, it would have never happened, but I was sick and I got behind, so I had to outsource. I learned a valuable lesson, and I'm still learning that valuable lesson as I'm shelling out money to clean it up. So
I know. Okay, I know. All we
girl, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's yes. So look, so this live, because it had so many technical difficulties and your face has not been clear like the last 15 minutes, we're going to redo it. Let me know. I'm putting this one up, but I want to redo it because I'm scared that some of what you were saying was lost because of the connection issues with it raining here and it storming there with you. I definitely want you and I to redo this live because you had some amazing information that I want everybody to know. So I'm going to put this one up, but we're going to redo this one again. Let me read this right quick. I just want to let YouTube beauties know I didn't have any steam going on down there, but I gave myself a little facial while watching this live. Love it. I know that's right, girl. That is right. I love it. Look, I love it. I've never had a facial done. So, and I hate that you're in California, because if we were closer, I would just come right out there to you and we could just do a whole live like I did at the Yoni spa. Minus the Yoni, this time it would be, facial. But I love that you are on the live with us and you are over there doing self-care. That just makes my day. I love that. That is so cool. I love when people come on the lives and they're listening and watching and they're still, doing stuff to help with their business or either self-care. So I love it. That just made my day.
I'm not actually steaming right now. I want everybody to know I'm not steaming right now, y'all. Y'all so funny. Okay. No.
Look, that is too funny. I love it. She said I started following you as well. Yes, she's following you. I love it. I love it. That's what this is all about.
Right.
And that's why I like doing these lives, because I think it's important for people to meet the CEOs of the business, because this is how you gain your followers, your true supporters. This is how you do it when they get to see the CEO, when they get to meet you. Like we're sitting here just, two sisters sitting here having a ball. She's in the comments having a ball. This is what it's all about.
Right.
And this is why I love doing these lives. And this is why we're going to redo this live when you have clearer weather, because I know there's a lot of people in the beauty industry. It's flourishing. So I want to make sure that everybody gets to hear everything, that you have to offer, because you dropped a lot of gems and, you told everybody about all the different services, that you offer, and, the first aid, CPR. I mean, this is stuff that people need to hear, because somebody else who maybe owns a spa like you never thought of offering CPR, as a added class. So that's a light bulb, and oh, wow. Even like barbers and hairstylists, CPR would benefit them as well,
right.
So I think that is absolutely amazing that you use that. And as one of your services, let's see, she said, and thanks for being so transparent. Girl, that's all you get here is transparent.
Okay.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, we're going to give it to you.
Right.
That's the only way we know how to be over here at Black Connections is transparent. But I enjoyed, okay, wait a minute. I'm not in the beauty industry, but more so health and fitness, but your info was so helpful. Health and fitness is important. Health and fitness is important. Your spa, with the self-love for ourselves is important. So yes, health and fitness, all of this ties in together.
Exactly. Health and fitness is so beautiful. And, you can just tell, like, a woman or a man who walks into the room and they've been working out. It's a certain presence that they're going to carry, and people just don't naturally be like, like they're going to look at them second, twice. So, health and fitness is definitely beauty. I can tell when a woman is investing into herself and she's putting in the work, and it's just a different type of presence. So, because
you get a glow about you. You get a glow about you, just like that when we come out of the hair salon and the men come out of the barbershops. We walk different. We walk entirely different. I never forget when my kids sent me to a masseuse, and I got I got this full body massage. First time that I had ever gotten one. I told the man, I said, if I fall asleep, I'm really, really sorry. And he was like, if you don't fall asleep within the first 5 minutes, then I'm not doing it right. He said, because you're supposed to fall asleep. Girl, next thing I know, he's waking me up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I fell asleep. I'm wiping my, girl, I thought I was drooling. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, you're all done. And I'm like, wait, what?
Right.
What do you mean I'm all done? I've been in here an hour already. He was like, yes, ma'am. He said, I told you if you didn't fall asleep in the first 5 minutes, I wasn't doing my job. And he was from Tibet. He got his license and everything in Tibet. And man, he was amazing. I was knocked out. And I was like, wow. And he moved away on me. I was like, daggone it. Because I was going to make that like, a monthly thing. Okay, yes. I tried to switch the hips I don't have. Girl, I know that's right. Me and you both. I am the same way. I come out the hair salon, girl. You can't tell me nothing.
Okay. Like, I don't be going nowhere like my hair is done.
Look, Bentley Fit said, right? That's how I feel. Look, the men be coming out the barbershop. You can't tell them nothing, boy.
Right. He also offers massages too. So I see his clients knocked out Bentley on there.
Okay, let me go on and follow him right now.
And he does massages, but my facial clients, 9 out of 10, they gonna fall asleep unless we just talking the whole time. Some
right.
People, and that's another thing. If you do offer these kind of services, then you could put, do you want to talk today, or are you trying to just relax and zone out? Because some people,
yeah,
they want to talk and chill, and others they just like, just do what you gotta do. I just, so that's the pros and cons. Some people want to talk, don't.
Yeah, see, now when I did my full body massage with that gentleman, I was knocked out. And then I went to support a Black-owned business, and I won a free massage. He did a raffle, and I won a free massage, and it's that sensual massage. I did not fall asleep. I could not fall. Hey, I slang wood. Let me tell y'all, I love that man's name. Hear me when I tell you. I love his name, but it's not what you think.
Okay.
He's a contractor. He builds decks and stuff, and he's amazing at what he does. But when I first seen his name, I had to go to his page because I was like, okay, what's his name all about? And then I found out he's a contractor and owns his own business and builds decks. And Bentley Fit says, yes, you will go to sleep. I'm gonna have to find out. He's out in California with you, ain't he? Mm-hmm. See, y'all gonna make me have to come out to California so I can go around to all the Black-owned businesses and try y'all out. But my sensual massage, girl, I couldn't sleep for nothing. I was a nervous wreck because, they flipping you around and, all kinds of stuff. And I'm just like, I just couldn't. Yeah. He was like, Sandra, relax. I'm like, I'm trying. I really am trying. Right. So I'm going to have to go back and do another one of those. It was different, but I could not sleep. But hey, Bentley says that I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna have to go out there and see Bentley. I want to be connected to lady which I want to marry. Oh, you in the wrong chat, baby. Okay. Yeah, we not marrying. We not marrying nothing over here. Sorry, we talking about beauty and other stuff. We not marrying nobody. Not today.
Man.
But look, okay, so Bentley Fit, we're going to have to get him on a live one day so we can hear about everything he's got going on. So Mr. Bentley going to have to hit the website and sign up for a live.
Sensual massages, though. He's more technique, and tell him, it's not the woo-woo I seen on Instagram.
Oh, girl, some of them, I be like, y'all, is that against the law? I mean, what is y'all doing?
Right. It be going down. I be nervous for them people, like, because
girl, I be looking like Instagram gonna shut their page down. I'm like, this is like soft porn or something. What are y'all doing?
Right.
I mean, they be on the beach. I seen a girl on the beach. It was the Bahamas or something, and the man had his thing, the table laid out. She was on it. She had no clothes on. They on the beach.
Oh
He's flipping it up, rubbing it down, flipping her over, and I'm like, y'all in public.
Right.
Some things need to stay in the spa.
But you know, everybody don't need to see everything. You know, like
Exactly. You know, but now I see a couple of the guys, and they're in people's houses, or you know, they book hotel rooms, like a hotel suite. It's a whole package.
right.
And they've got it all laid out for you when you get in there, the wine, the roses. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But I be looking at some of the videos and I be like,
You know, I be looking like, why do I know that she got a mole on her left booty cheek? You know, like the camera zoomed in, like
look, and look, these darn cameras, these cell phones today take very good pictures. I mean,
yeah, and I'm like, man, I know these people too intimately.
exactly. And I shouldn't, you know, I really shouldn't. That's like the ladies that do the waxing.
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of these pictures they're putting up, and I'm like, what? You just put the woman's a whole hoo-ha out there for the whole world to see. Like, what in the world? She said it wouldn't be me, but baby, I promise when I bump into one, I grab my popcorn. Girl, I know that's right. Popcorn and wine. You got the right idea.
You know what? I be watching too. You know, that's how
I do too. I get my little wine glass and be like, oh my. Because them men be all that in a bag of chips. Baby.
I don't do any extra sensualness at Bareface Beauty, just as a disclaimer.
I know that's right, girl. Throw it out there. Let them know. We don't do that over here. We are beating your face. We are trying to get rid of your crow's feet, and you know we're trying to hook your face up.
I do a shoulder and neck massage, a hand and arm massage, and then they could do additional foot massages. So,
right, and that comes is that like a la carte, or that comes when you do your facial?
For my first time guests, I do it complimentary, and then it's every other time.
Gotcha. I love it. Okay, so give your spill on your business. So if you were standing on Shark Tank right now, and you want people to, you know, you want them to invest in your business, I want you to sell it right now, so everybody knows all about your business. And we're not going to put a time limit on it. You know, Shark Tank would put a time limit on you, but we're not going to do that. So I want you to tell everybody why your business, why they should support you. You know, tell them all about your business.
Well, my business, like I said, I'm a woman-owned business, and I do offer a lot of services and products that will help you throughout your self-care journey. And it's products and services that you don't have to second guess, like, oh my God, what's all these chemicals? If you're conscious and aware of that, you know, what's all these chemicals that's going on to me, and I'm a cancer survivor, so no, I don't want this, or
right.
You know, so it's basically a holistic and self-care haven space for all of my beauties and beards, and just someone who can help you along with your journey. It's more so for me, not more about the products that I offer, but about the value and the knowledge that you get when you come with me. The time that I invest into my clients as far as finding solutions, whether those solutions be with them buying products from me or with someone else. So it's a solution-based business, and just overall great space and great products and great person to do business with. For me, when I do business with other people, or I seek to buy something from a brand, I like to understand the CEO and what their core beliefs are, who they give money back to, you know, what are they doing in their community, what have they done.
Right.
So that's what you can look at when you come with me, the same thing. What's my footprint in my community, and what have I done to help elevate others? So yeah, that's how I am in my business, and I think you know, when you start to support other people based on their core values and ethics and who they are and how they're going to utilize their money to uplift your community, our communities, you start to shift the way that you spend your money. And know that each time that I'm supporting Sandra, she's using that to uplift someone else and build up another part of our community. Or me being able to hire your young teenage daughter and you trust that I'm going to give her good information to help build her self-esteem and show her other ways so she's not doing things to sell herself out in the community. So, you know, that's what I think is the main thing for me, is just the person that I am and the opportunities that I create. Are you frozen, Sandra?
Uh-oh. It's messing up again. This is why we're going to redo this live, because of the technical difficulties.
I see it on my other phone.
Yeah, that's why you keep seeing me look down. I'm looking at I've been using my other phone and typing in the comments and stuff. But yeah, we are definitely gonna, when your weather gets better out there, let me know, because I definitely want us to come back and do it again.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, I definitely want us to do it again, because you have a lot of information and it's important information that we need, you know, to make sure that people receive. So it was amazing hanging out with you today. I had a ball. I'm so glad that we finally got, you know, to meet. Yes. And I'm looking forward to us. I'm looking forward for us to do another one, because you gave a lot of awesome information today that I think, you know, other people can benefit, you know, from. So you just let me know when the weather gets a little better out there, and we'll come back and do it again for sure, because I definitely want us to redo this live with no technical difficulties. Okay. Because it's storming on your end, it's raining on my end, so. But we made it through it, though. We made it through it, and we made it, you know, we made it to the end.
We did. We survived. We survived.
Yes, we did. Thank you, Bentley Fit. He said, you both are awesome. You are awesome too, young man. Keep up the awesome work that you are doing on your end as well. And Savannah, I am super, super proud of you. Keep up the awesome work that you are doing. I just can't sing your praise enough and tell you how proud of you that I am. So keep up the awesome work. And the fact that you are teaching, you're not just a business owner, you're not just a CEO of a spa, but you are teaching other people. And that, young lady, is impressive and needed. So keep up the awesome work you're doing, and you and I will meet back here again when our weather clears up on both ends. You let me check y'all's weather, you know, let me know a day that it's going to be sunny or whatever out there, no storms, and we'll come back and do it again. I think it's needed. I think we need to redo it, because there were some spots where people couldn't hear your information, and I want to make sure that everybody hears all of the gems that you're dropping. So, yeah.
For sure. Thank you so much, Sandra. It was a pleasure. Thank you for welcoming me.
You're welcome.
Platform.
I enjoyed it. I enjoy hearing your story and what you have to offer. And I think it's important that people get to meet the CEOs of these companies. And that's why I love these lives, because she was having a ball in the comments. So I just, I think it is, I think what you're doing is amazing, and I'm proud of you. So keep up the awesome work.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope to see you soon in a couple of weeks.
Ma'am.
All right.
I will be in touch. You let me know. Check your weather. Shoot me a couple of days that it looks like it's going to be clear, and I'll check them against my schedule. And you and I come back and do this again.
Okay, it sounds great.
All right, sweetie. You have a great day.
Okay, you too. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Y'all have a great day.